Oh, hi, Julianne.
Hey, Jamie.
I'm sorry I'm late for our walk.
No worries.
I just got out of this crazy meeting. Have you ever been to one of these meetings where there's like the guy at the meeting, and he just won't stop talking and talking and talking, and then there's these great people that want to contribute, a little bit maybe more introverted, but he just keeps talking and talking. Yeah, I had one of them in my meeting. Ever had one of those?
Oh my gosh, I've totally had that where they just take up the whole room and don't let anyone else who's a bit quieter and shy get any word in.
Yeah. So,
I've been there.
Same meeting, I also had a woman there that was completely unaware of herself. She was like going down the path and giving people feedback, and it was critical and it was negative. It was just a real blind spot. And I thought, man, how do these people get to be successful when they behave like this?
Right. Yeah, totally. I think, wouldn't it be great if some of these people, just had the opportunity to become a bit more self-aware and maybe recognize their tendencies and just give a bit of thought and care about how they could maybe work a little bit better with people?
You think? Yes, I totally think, because it would help business in this whole area.
So, you know what happened last night? My friend called me. She was super upset. Basically, she's getting laid off from her job probably. You know how like the oil and gas sector up here is a little bit up and down? And so she's afraid she's gonna get laid off, and her husband don't really know what they're gonna do. They've talked about maybe moving back down south because they have a bunch of family down there. But then she kind of has this crazy idea. There's that little coffee shop on the 86 that's up for sale. And so she's kind of thinking, hey, it would be kind of cool to buy a business and start running her own business, but she has no idea about how to run a business. So she's kind of in this place. It's a bit of a hard spot where do her and her family move down south to be with other family, or does she just wing it and try to buy this business and do something she's never been before? It's super stressful. She's like really upset.
Yeah, transition can be hard and change, right? Along that lines, a good friend of mine called me the other day, and she had this opportunity to have a promotion at work. Super excited about it.
Totally.
However, it means more responsibility, more hours every week, and she's got 2 young kids, they're grades 3 and 5, and now she's struggling and unsure what to do with this transition, because how is she going to be as committed to her family, being that she'll have this new role and responsibility, but she's also excited about the opportunity it presents her. So
that's a tough one.
it is a tough one. So, it would be really great if there was an opportunity for these folks to gain skills in transition and change.
Yeah, especially up here. There's so much change and transition all the time. Everyone I know is going through change.
Agreed.
Hey, so at lunch today, I went to this really great yoga class, and it was by donation. And guess what? The proceeds went to the Women's Resource Society so that they could use it for different programming to help women who need it in our community. Isn't that awesome?
I do find this Fort St. John has so many people that know how to build community. And I have a good friend of mine who has actually figured out a way in her own business model to not only generate revenue for herself, but she also does and provides opportunity to give back to the community. I think those skills I would like to learn how to do, and I'm curious if there's an opportunity.
Do you think we could do that here through our business? Do you think we could?
Well, I think it'd be great to learn some skills to find out how they did it.
Hey, Jamie, guess what's coming up in May? My favorite conference of all time.
The Hot Men of GP conference.
No, but that sounds amazing.
It does.
The Spark Women's Conference.
Oh, I love that conference. I've been to that conference every year since it started, and I've gotten so much out of it.
And it's funny, the things that we were talking about today on our walk, I bet you women across all of Fort St. John and the Peace struggle with the same things.
Yeah, developing self-awareness and emotional intelligence, navigating change and transition, and leadership and community building are all pretty relevant to lots of people we know living in this area and in this community at this time. There's lots of women struggling with this stuff.
Totally. I have an idea. Why don't we facilitate a bit of a conversation or sessions around this at the Spark Conference?
Do you actually think we could do that?
Oh yeah, of course we could. That's what we do for our jobs. We facilitate meetings and different events. What we'd have to do is find a really inspiring group of women who might have strategies, tools, and tips and tricks in some of these areas, and get them to teach us and the attendees at Spark through some different breakout sessions to do this.
Where do you think we could find this panel of women?
Perfect. So what do we need next then?
I think we need to prepare as a next step is a submission for the committee for consideration.
Right.
Whoa!
Perfect. Let's do this.
Committee Sparklers, Julianne and myself, Jamie, would love it if you would consider adding us to your Spark conference. We feel we have a number of topics that are relevant to the women in Northeast BC.
And we're confident that we're going to be able to get a really solid group of women together to be able to share their experiences and share some of the tools and strategies and tips and tricks that they've developed to deal with some of these challenges.
Thank you for considering us.